Advanced English Arabic Learning Irregular Verbs, Session 13. Go, went, gone/been. I'd rather go home now. Let's go out now and eat afterwards. He will go far. Don't go overboard. He wanted to go on a pilgrimage to Mecca. Do not go near the orphan's property. She let her whole body go limp. You go your way and I'll go mine. To sling your hook is to leave or to go away. We go into this game as the underdogs. I am so frosted I can't go to the concert, frustrated. Did Nicole go on a date with Thingamajig? I am gonna go scrub up. I will meet you in stall 3. Anyone who disagrees can go and get rooted. Some of my best comebacks just go right over people's heads. They agreed to go along after initial hesitance. On mature reflection he decided they should not go. I need the toilet real bad. I need to go poo and wee. Artificial lights are leading some migratory birds to go astray. He's a control freak and flies off the handle when things don't go his way. When did it all start to go pear-shaped? No matter, I'll go myself. People are getting savvy about protecting themselves from big bills when they go on holiday. He had been waffling over where to go. You vote yes, we go our separate ways forever. Our condolences go to the families of David who have borne this with such fortitude. Firms will go bust. They were forced to go afoot. Sorry I cannot go on, I am talked out. This unpretentious poetess does not go about lecturing or delivering sermons. It's crazy how when dogs go feral, they regain all their lost instincts and behavior patterns. The car wouldn't go uphill or overtake on the flat. Pubs and culture are not mutually exclusive but can go hand in hand. Every person was predestined by God to go to heaven or to hell. All money raised will go towards alleviating the suffering of survivors. If you want to go through all the files one by one, knock yourself out, but I ain't doing that. He said, "May I go to the bathroom?" She answered, "Sure." He said, "Can I go to the bathroom?" She answered, "I don't know." The pilfering or wastage of materials may go unrecorded. Every night I count sheep for a few minutes before I go to sleep. He booked a date with the sawbones to go under the knife and get it fixed. If you're starting at ground zero in terms of knowledge, go to the library. Whenever things go wrong, he always shouts and takes it on me. Once you learn how to tie your own lures and bait your own hook, you can go any place, Euler says. The fountain exerts a hypnotic influence on children who are irresistibly go paddling in the water. Babe. You can't go wrong with this staple, adored by both wives and hubbies alike. The Catholic Church teaches that you have an obligation to go to Mass every Sunday. Would go to watering places to drink the health-giving water. He was making a fuss, so I told him to naff off, get lost, go away. If you go to the party, don't spoil your uncle's evening with a long face. I'm snackish, I could go for some Pop-Tarts right now. When I go to a party and talk to other guys, it always ruffles my boyfriend's feathers. Jaundice will go away on its own as the liver begins to heal. The girls were planning to go ice skating at the rink in George Square. She does not harbor any bad feeling against the company that let her go. We dare not go ashore lest perchance we should fall into some snare. To go faster, we're going to have to pick up the pace. How you pucker your lips when you go to kiss someone. All her sins were forgiven and she would not need to go to purgatory. To go commando means to go without pesky undies. To go commando means going sans underwear. You shouldn't go sticking your nose into other people's business. I may trot round to the market for vegetables, go or walk briskly. They would go for a drink and then toddle off home. If you don't allow alcohol to be served at a stadium, fans will just go out and binge drink before the game. I skived off school to go to a skeevy Vegas motel. She quit her job to go gallivanting around the globe. A cozy assumption among audit firms that they would never go bust. It bites that your mom won't let you go. I love sitting here and watching the world go by. It can be tough to go from casual dating into a fully fledged relationship. After last night's pig out, I need to go on a diet. How time does go by. I'm going to assume that you've already knocked the furniture down as flat as it will go. The kids kept begging to go to Disney World until they got me to cave in. Let's go to a sit-down restaurant. Play back the recording, then go and play tag. Lock up the house when you go on vacation. Whenever things go wrong, he always shouts and takes it out on me. He did not go through the city but skirted it. I'm game, David replied when I suggested we go for a long hike. I didn't get the drift. Do they want to go or not? A girl had to go to hospital after being ridden down. She said that she might go and stay with her mother. We all have to go along with the stream, not fight against one another. I'm going to go to ask her and hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Children went on to compose their own poems. I've been so alone since you went away. The cat curled into a ball and went to sleep. The pregnancy went to full term. It just kind of came along and I went with the flow. He went beyond his power. We went astray but a man redirected us. The country went to the polls on March. She went up the steps in 2 effortless bounds. I snuffed out the candles before I went to bed. The pig food went moldy. Everything went without a hitch. His car went into a lamppost in the high street. His horse went lame. The years rolled by, went by. She went to the doctor complaining of dizzy spells. The shadows lengthened as the sun went down. He sat in his rocker and went to sleep. He went off to boogie to a steel band. He went off to freshen up in the local baths. A man went berserk with an arsenal of guns. We went to a discount center in a strip near where we work. He went on basking in the glory of his first book. Calls for de-escalation went unheeded. Everyone clapped us when we went up to get our prize. I only went along for a lark. He cut her off and went on to another subject. I went in for a wee. The company went bust with 30,000 people losing their jobs. They went on strike in defiance of union policy. In my 3rd year I left home and went flatting with David. This made him as strong as an ox and he went on to become a champion oarsman. The new year came and went without the usual fluster and bustle of activity. Thugs went on a rampage and wrecked a classroom. The construction of the bypass went ahead despite the protests from environmentalists. He went into business as a bondsman. After she left him, he went berserk, throwing things about the apartment. I made a cake for his birthday, but it went a bit pear-shaped. She gave up all her school friends when she went to university. He had the urge to kiss her until she went soft and limp in his arms. The dog went out, wagging its tail. A lot of boys went stag, without a partner at a social gathering. She went down the steps into the relative darkness of the dining room. I was bored, so I sagged off work early and went home. I was sweating blood as we went over the border into Canada. We went to a wine bar and got totally hammered. He went home each night to the bosom of his family. I went to a fraternity kegger. The ball went into the goal by a fortuitous ricochet. After they clinched the deal, they went out to celebrate. With a flap of its wings, the bird was gone. His rent had gone up sevenfold. What is gone is gone. The sun has gone in means become obscured by a cloud. Our money was gone and everything was in pawn. The world has, indeed, gone all topsy-turvy. 6 of their sponsors have gone bust. The exchange rate peg is gone. The excuses for building those eyesores are gone. I've already been filled in on what happened while I was gone. They had gone through some rocky times together. They're 1 minute gone the next. Unbeknown to me, he'd gone and rented out the apartment in my absence. I can't put a tail on him, I don't know where he's gone. He had gone to the board of directors with his new robot design and cut a deal. Share prices have gone through the floor. The computer has gone on the fritz. I know you have gone through a lot of difficulties, but hang in there. The lingering sickness in his body fled, gone for good. The end. Coming next. Session 14.